Now at 6, a criminal connection. New details tonight about the break-in at the House of Patriot star Rob Gronkowski. Plus, the moment of truth for an animal abuser.
We finally got justice.
The verdict in the Puppy Doe trial. Then, a supermarket stabbing. An 80-year-old man injured. Police tracking down the suspect. Searching for answers.
Until he comes back, I don't know. You know, it's just like a bad dream.
A Marine recruiter named a person of interest in the disappearance of a recruit.
Sunshine continues tomorrow. Showers by midweek.
And a rare bird makes an unexpected visit to the South Shore. 7 News at 6 starts now.
And first at 6, police are accusing a man wanted in a wild crime spree of being involved in a burglary at his home right here, the home of Patriot star Rob Gronkowski. Remember, this break-in happened when Gronk was away for the Super Bowl. He came back home to find out that there was a lot stolen there, and he called police right away. You heard him on the phone there calling police.
We ended up getting the 911
exactly.
tapes of him calling police and saying, I think someone broke into my home. Well, there's been another arrest made in the case, but this is yet someone else connected to it. Investigators are still trying to track down 2 suspects, basically, all together. 7's Tim Caputo live for us in Foxborough with more of the details tonight. Tim.
That's exactly right, guys. Police believe 3 people were involved in all. 1 was arrested late last week. 2 of those men are still at large. And while police haven't found them, they know what at least one of those guys was up to last week, and that was committing even more crime. So Tyrell, that other man still at large, facing the least serious charges in this burglary, receiving stolen goods. Den, meanwhile, facing the most serious charges of breaking and entering, trespassing, and stealing firearms. Again, both of those 2 men still at large. We're live tonight in Foxborough. Tim Caputo, 7 News.
And a verdict reached in the high-profile Puppy Doe animal abuse trial. A jury now finding a man guilty of torturing a 1-year-old pit bull in Quincy back in 2013. The dog so severely abused, it ended up having to be euthanized, and that man now facing years in prison. 7's Jonathan Hall is live for us outside of the courtroom in Dedham with more on the story tonight. Jonathan.
Hey, Jadian, so the Puppy Doe case is over. This was a case that got nationwide attention, big-time attention from coast to coast, and now the defendant has been found guilty of 12 counts, 12 of 13, and faces the potential for a very long prison sentence. The jury did find Zurkowski not guilty of misleading police, so a split verdict here, but 12 guilties, 5 years per. He faces up to 60 years behind bars when he's sentenced tomorrow. We're live in Dedham. Jonathan Hall, 7 News.
A 79-year-old man stabbed at a popular grocery store in Newton. The shocking scene playing out in the middle of the day. Police arrested the man they believe is responsible. 7's Alex Soprado is live in Newton with the very latest.
Ryan, this was, according to police, a random, unprovoked attack inside this Star Market. Police say the 79-year-old victim and the 23-year-old suspect were shoppers here. And tonight, that suspect is charged with assault and battery on a person over 65, as well as assault with intent to murder a person over 65. The suspect will be in court tomorrow. Live in Newton, I'm Alex DePrado, 7 News.
New details tonight. A family searching for answers in the disappearance of a Marine recruit. A recruiter has now been named a person of interest in the case. The details coming out in court today as the man faced a judge in an unrelated case. 7's Kimberly Bookman live for us in West Roxbury District Court with more on the story tonight. Kimberly.
Yeah, Jadian, this Marine recruiter faces assault charges, gun charges, has an open OUI case, and now we're learning he could face even more trouble. The suspect is being held on $10,000 cash bail. If he is able to post that, he will have to wear a GPS ankle bracelet and give up his passport. Reporting live from West Roxbury, Kimberly Bookman, 7 News.
An arrest made in connection with the deaths of a family in West Brookfield. A local man has been charged with misleading the police investigation. Here's a look at the scene of the murders earlier this month. Police found a mother and her 3 young children dead inside the home. The man charged today is now being held on bail and is set to be back in court next month.
Sky 7 HD over this scene in Mansfield, a tractor trailer rollover on 495. This is right at the exit ramp to 95 South, and you can see the truck there is in the grassy area right off the highway, off that ramp. Investigators telling us the driver has some minor injury. Crews are now trying to get it upright.
And Sky 7 HD in Hanover today over a crane that tipped over right onto that house. It happening on Broadway Street this afternoon. Crews were in that area clearing trees that were damaged from recent storms when they say the ground just gave way. No one was hurt.
And a house goes up in flames on the Cape. This was the scene on Providence Street in Falmouth early this morning. You can see the black smoke just billowing from the home and the big flames there. No one was hurt tonight. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Also here on 7, a murder investigation underway in Lynn. A man facing charges in the violent death of his own wife. And right now, the motive is still very much a mystery. 7's Byron Barnett live for us in Lynn with the latest on where they stand right now. Byron.
Well, the victim has been identified as Lucianina Acevedo. Police say she died of blunt force trauma right here in her apartment in Lynn. And police are also saying that her husband has confessed to killing her with a baseball bat. Now, friends and relatives say that the couple had been married for about 3 years, but they say they have no idea why this happened. Castillo is now being held without bail. That's the latest live here in Lynn. I'm Byron Barnett, 7 News.
The Boston Fire Department remembering 2 fallen heroes today. 4 years ago, 2 firefighters were killed battling the flames in a brownstone in the Back Bay. 7's Justin Doherty is live in our newsroom here with more on how they were honored.
Well, Ryan, it's been exactly 4 years since the deadly fire started. Today, Boston firefighters went back to the scene to honor the 2 men that they lost on that day. Now, firefighters lined up outside the Beacon Street brownstone this afternoon. They stood at attention and held a moment of silence at 2:42 p.m. That's the exact time when the first alarm was called with that fire. Now, Boston fire officials dealt with many complications that day. They said the fire started because of a welding accident, and it was burning for some time before it was detected. The wind also made it difficult for crews to battle the flames. The firefighters who died were trapped in the basement by an explosion. Now, in the time since the fire, the Boston Fire Department has improved its safety practices to keep a similar situation from happening again. Live in the newsroom, Justin Doherty, 7 News.
All right, much more coming up here on the news station. So this isn't the Arctic, it's someone's backyard. Right here in Massachusetts, and they found this creature. It made it all the way up from Scituate.
When it comes to Gronk, I've met a lot of people in my life. I've never met anyone like him.
Robert Kraft talking about Gronk as he answers questions about the team's Super Bowl loss. Details in sports.
Coming up tonight on 7 News at 6:30. Remember this messy scene? How Boston wants to be better prepared next time Mother Nature strikes.
You were 27, he was 60. Were you physically attracted to him?
No.
Plus, hearing her side, adult film star Stormy Daniels talking about her alleged affair with President Trump.
And he's not running the wrong way. He's running backwards for the Boston Marathon on purpose. His story in our next half hour.
And one day before the marathon, it will be One Boston Day. It's a day dedicated to serving the community, and we want to know what you have planned for that day and if we could help out. Send us an email to onebostonday@whdh.com.